Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the aim of the game is to avoid the obvious answers and to find the obscure ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Isabel, and this is my best friend Tom, and we're from Brighton.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Ken from Norfolk, and this is my brother-in-law Dave from Devon.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Madeline. This is my friend Nadia, and we're both from Buckinghamshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Sarah. This is my friend Tony. I'm from Stratford-upon-Avon, and he's from Warwick.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to the show. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. It's the relevant in the room. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
How are you?
I'm very well
How
indeed.
nice to see you.
And you.
Now, we've got some returners and some new people, and I've got a rhyme which will help you work out who's new and who's returning. Podiums 2 and 4 have not been on before. Podiums 1 and 3 are familiar to thee. That's the way that's the easiest way to do it, right?
It's so brilliant because it just fits perfectly.
Exactly.
Familiar to thee. It's just what I'd say.
Exactly that.
Yeah, nice. There we are. Well, Michael and Scott, by the way, who went through to the final last time, as you'll remember, they failed to win the jackpot, which means we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. You know this, but remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. No conferring till the head-to-head round. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is best-selling music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns million-selling singles that did not get to #1. Richard.
On each board, I can show you the names of 7 UK top 40 singles that sold over 1 million copies, so some of the biggest-selling singles of all time, but didn't get to #1. We'll show you the year they first charted as well, and all you have to do is tell us who had a million-selling hit with these songs, please. There's 14 in all to have a go at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, so we're looking for who had a hit with these million-selling songs, and here's our first board of 7. My Way, 1969. Ghostbusters, 1984. All I Want for Christmas Is You, 1994. Angels, 1997. Mr. Brightside, 2004. The A-Team, 2011. And Let Her Go, 2012. I'll read them again. My Way, Ghostbusters, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Angels, Mr. Brightside, The A-Team, and Let Her Go. There we are. Isabel, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us again. Remind us all about yourself, Isabel.
So I am a social worker in an NHS team.
Indeed. And what do you get up to when not working?
Well, recently, Tom and I have actually been going to loads of concerts, which is something we love to do together. So we've seen Britney, Kylie Minogue and Ariana Grande.
Wow, all in this last year?
Yes.
Whew. Have you got... who gets the tickets? How do you do that?
My dad. My dad doesn't work, so I usually get him to have, like,
So he's
3
just got to
computer screens.
do the speed dial or whatever it is.
Whilst I'm at work.
Very impressive. Good stuff. Now, Isabel, we said goodbye to you in round 2 last time. Got to be hoping to take it 1 step further, if not 2 this time. What are you going to go for?
Well, I think I know a few of the answers on here, but I'm going to go with something a bit more recent and say Mr. Brightside, The Killers.
The Killers, says Isabel. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for The Killers. He's right. 51.
Yeah, it's an extraordinary song, Mr. Brightside. A lot of these songs and the ones on the next board have been #2, #3 and stayed around for ages. Mr. Brightside by The Killers has only been in the top 20 for 1 week in its entire history, but it's been in the top 100 for 200 weeks, which is a record. Just sells and sells and sells and sells. But wow. 1 week in the top 20.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Dave, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Dave.
Well, I'm Dave, and I'm from Devon, but originally from Birmingham.
You got out of Birmingham. You retired from Birmingham.
Retired from Birmingham, yeah.
And so did you retire to Devon then?
Yes.
That was
yes, I did, yeah.
And what do you do with your retirement, Dave?
Well, I've joined the village choir.
Excellent.
Yeah. So rehearse every week.
Oh, who can say every night? I think that's
Not every
a
night.
crack choir.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, but every week,
Pretty
that's
good,
good.
though. They're pretty good choir.
Very good. What part are you singing, Dave? Is it a...
I'm tenor.
Tenor.
But there's only 3 or 4 of us.
Oh.
And there's
Who's the best tenor in the choir?
That's probably Tim.
Yeah.
Tim. It's
Tim.
definitely not me.
Yeah, Tim. Oh, yeah. Okay, Dave, what are you going to go for?
Well, there's only a couple I know, I'm afraid. And I think I'll go for My Way and Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, says Dave, for My Way. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Frank Sinatra. It's right. 58. Not bad. 58 for Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, it reached number 5 for 2 weeks in 1969, but it spent 75 weeks in the top 40.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Nadia, welcome back. Tell us all about yourself again.
I go to university in Southampton and I'm doing business in Spanish.
Oh, very good indeed.
Can I ask a question, Nadia?
Yeah.
What is business in Spanish?
Oh, no, it's business management and Spanish.
Yeah, but what is business management in Spanish?
Oh.
I would have thought that'd be the first thing you'd learn, surely.
Los
Sure.
negocios?
Los negocios?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, such a lie. I don't know. Los negocios?
The
The managementos?
management, yeah.
Sí.
Yeah. Nadia, what are you going to go for on our board? We're looking for artists who had hits that were kept from the #1 slot with these million sellers.
I think I know them all apart from one. I'm going to go for Let Her Go by Passenger.
Passenger. For Let Her Go, let's see how many of our 100 people said Passenger. It's right. 58's the high score, 51's the low. You passed the high score, you passed the low score. Down to 15, very well done indeed. Muy buen.
Yes, singer-songwriter Passenger reached number 2, got held off #1 spot by Get Lucky.
What about that? Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Sarah, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Sarah.
I'm a retired school matron.
I think you're the first school matron we've had on
Possibly.
the show. Yeah. Do people say matron all the time? Must be quite annoying. Or am I the first annoying person?
No, you're not.
Okay. Oh, phew. Sarah, what do you get up to these days?
Like David, I sing. I sing in a choir and I've sung all over the world.
What sort of repertoire? What are your favourite things to sing?
Oh, all sorts. We do everything from the Time Warp to Zadok the Priest.
Wow. That's a set list, isn't it? What about that? Sarah, how fantastic. This board is all yours. I hope there are a couple of things on there that you know.
There's actually only one left that I know, so I'm going to have to go for it, and that's Angels by Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams, Angel, says Sarah. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Robbie Williams. It's right. And that goes to 71.
Yeah, only reached number 4, Angels, kept off the top spot by Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, Dr. Jones by Aqua, and Never Ever by All Saints. It's a pretty good top 4.
Never Ever's a great
Never Ever is a great song. Now, I bet you can fill these in. Ghostbusters.
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr. was scored 21. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey was scored 67. And 18.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Of course, there's 28 points for that. So the best answer on the board was Passenger. Very well played there on podium 3.
Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 15, the best score of the past. Well done, Nadia and Madeline, looking very strong on the back of that. Then we travel from there quite a long way up to 51, where we find Isabel and Tom. 58 is where we find Dave and Ken. And 71 is where we find Sarah and Tony. So, Tony, you get the fresh board. Let's hope there's a nice low-scoring answer on there for you to keep you in the game. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more million-selling singles up on the board, and here they are. Stranger on the Shore, 1961, Blue Monday, 1983, Last Christmas, 1984, Wonderwall, 1995, Torn, 1997, Moves Like Jagger, 2011, and All of Me, 2014. I'll read those song titles again. Stranger on the Shore, Blue Monday, Last Christmas, Wonderwall, Torn, Moves Like Jagger, and All of Me. There we are. Tony, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Tony.
I'm an accountant with an Irish construction company. In my spare time, I like cycling and swimming to keep fit.
So you're now doing lots of regular biking.
Yes.
Do you, what sort of distances do you cover?
Probably about between 20 and 30 miles. Not excessive, but...
Not excessive, but that's
hopefully enough to keep
that's
fit.
great fun. And the cycle routes, they're wonderful.
There
great
are.
network.
I've done the London Night Rider, the Paris Night Rider, and they've been fantastic experiences.
Yeah,
really great.
I bet. A great way to see the country as well,
Absolutely,
isn't it?
yeah.
Now, Tony, here's a lovely new board for you. What are you going to go for? You're the high scorers at the moment, so don't be tempted by any easy ones.
OK. I'm going to go for Stranger on the Shore and Acapulco.
Acapulco, says Tony. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. No red line for you at this stage. You're the high scorers. Acapulco is right. Oh, Tony, that's just what we needed. Look at that, 15. Very good indeed, taking your total up to 86.
Well played, Tony. Very nice work on that final podium. Yeah, kept off number 1 by the young ones, Cliff Richard and the Shadows. Acapulco described that song as his old age pension. He was not wrong.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Madeline, welcome back.
Hello. Hi.
Remind us all about yourself, Madeline.
So I've just graduated. I did history of art at Oxford, and now the world's my oyster, and I just don't know what to do.
Oh, that's the trouble with oysters. Just don't know what to do with them. So that's quite nice, isn't it? You can hold off decision making for a little while.
Yeah.
So are you going to take a year off? Is that the idea, or is there a...
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to kind of like combine travelling with internships and that kind of thing.
OK, well, very best of luck with that. There you are on 15, lovely low score from Nadia in the first pass.
Amazing.
If you can score 70 or less, you're into the next round.
OK. I'm going to go with Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, says Madeline. Here is your red line, lovely and high. Can you get below it with Maroon 5? Let's find out. Well done. You're through. Down it goes to 49. Takes your total up to 64.
Yeah, in 2011, it spent 7 weeks at number 2. Not only did it have 7 weeks, there were 6 different songs which were number 1 ahead of it. That's unlucky, isn't it?
That's annoying.
And they still sold 1 million copies, so I think it's OK.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Ken, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Ken.
I'm retired as well, like my brother-in-law Dave. I'm also originally from Birmingham, but I retired to the Norfolk Broads instead of Devon.
Any particular reason?
We love the weather.
OK.
It's England's driest county.
Is it really?
Yeah. And I play golf, so that's very important.
Very important indeed. Ken, apart from the golf, what else do you like to get up to?
Well, I used to be a football referee in years gone by, but I'm afraid that's had to go by the board now. But I have been into refereeing walking football, which is more fitting for people of my advanced years.
Oh, that's fun. Walking football.
Yeah.
I mean, do you still play 90 minutes?
No, it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes of walking. Yeah, OK, fair enough. Walking football. Anyway, now, Ken, there you are. You're on 58. If you can score 27 or less, you're into the next round. What are you going to go for?
Well, unfortunately, most of those songs on there are 2 generations out of date for me. The only one I knew was Stranger on the Shore.
Sounds like After My Time.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry, talking of refereeing, I'm just slightly wondering, I'm just going to hold that there.
Well, as you said, it's always a yellow card for someone who says before my time. After my time is, that's slightly different. I tell you what, I'm going to give, listen, I'm going to take you aside and give you a warning. Any more, you know that, any more of it, OK, I'm going to have to card you, so I'm just saying. We've both got our eyes on you now.
Thank you. Well, they say you can tell the age of somebody by the age of their record collection, and I'm afraid most of those would certainly not feature in my record collection.
I literally just said to you...
Ken, what are you going to go for? And please resist the temptation to say anything about the age of these records.
I'm afraid you're going to be red carding me because there's nothing on there I recognise now. I recognise a few of the songs, but I'm afraid I haven't a clue as to any of the artists. So I might just as well say Wonderwall and Robbie Williams and know that it's wrong, I'm afraid. OK,
Wonderwall, Robbie Williams, you're going to say. There's your red line, for what it's worth. Let's see what happens when we say Robbie Williams. There it is. I'm sorry, Ken. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 158.
Yeah, sorry, Ken, not Robbie Williams. I think a lot of those, maybe they're a little bit after your time. I think might be the situation there. That's what I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Tom, welcome
Hiya.
back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Tom.
So I'm Tom. I'm from Brighton. I work for an insurance company at the moment in sort of customer services. That's me.
What is your spirit animal, Tom?
Can I say my own dog? Is that?
Oh, that's nice.
I know. I feel like that's
nice.
nice. Then I'll go with a lurcher.
Ah, it's a lurcher. That's still nice. I was thinking of something smaller, but yeah, that's fair enough. Listen, the spirit animal world takes
What's
all.
your spirit animal?
You are, in fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's nice.
There we are.
Mine is Bradley Walsh.
Tom, listen, good news. You're through.
Yeah.
On 51. What are you going to go for? Do you want to clean up here, answer all those unanswered ones?
Yeah. I mean, I'm afraid I know the tune Blue Monday, but I don't know who sang it. But I know Last Christmas is Wham. Wonderwall is Oasis. Torn, I think, is Natalie Imbruglia. And All of Me is John Legend. So I'm going to go with All of Me, John Legend.
John Legend. OK, no red line. You're already through. How many people said John Legend? Is right. Down it goes to 27. Not bad at all. 78 is your total.
Yeah, very well played. He's got an EGOT, John Legend, of course, which is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Very few people in history have got them. Now, let's look through the rest of these. Blue Monday.
New Order.
New Order. We scored 26. Last Christmas, absolutely, is Wham. We scored 67. Wonderwall, as you say, Oasis. 74. And Torn, Natalie Imbruglia. 44. So, best answer on the board, there is Acapulco.
Very good. Well done, Tony. Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. I'm so sorry, Ken and Dave. You are our high scorers of 158. You're back next time, though. We'll look forward to that very much. I'm sure you'll do much better then. But meantime, thank you so much. Ken, thank you, Dave. But for the remaining three pairs, it is now time for round two. Very well done, everybody. We made it through to round two. A few plaudits to hand out there. Tony and Nadia, you were our joint lowest individual scorers, and Nadia and Madeline, you were our lowest scoring pair. So very, very well done to you. And Isabel and Tom, just well done. Good to have you here. Best of luck to all three pairs. Our category for round two today is four-letter words. And you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words formed by changing the letters of line as they could. This is fun.
This is new. We've never done this round before. All we have to do is essentially find any four-letter word in the English language where you're changing one and only one of the letters of the word line. OK, everything else has to stay in the same place. So you could change the E to something else, but then the L-I-N would stay where it is. You could take the L out and change that, but the I-N-E would stay where it is. So change one of those letters to something else, and it makes a word that's in the premium Oxford dictionaries online.
Thank you very much indeed.
Interesting, right? Not done it before.
I like it.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Tom?
Yes.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, good. OK, Tom.
I'm not going to take the risk, so I'm going to go with lint, L-I-N-T.
L-I-N-T, lint, says Tom. Let's see how many of our 100 people said lint. Down it goes to 55. Not bad. 55 for lint.
Well played, Tom. First ever answer on this type of question on Pointless, so congratulations. Yeah, lint. Essentially, they make little chocolate balls.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Madeline.
Hi.
This is fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's so fun.
It's fun.
It is fun, but...
Oh, the inaugural voyage of this round. This is fun. It is. I feel like we're standing on the prow of a big ship, heading out from Belfast.
To new worlds as yet undiscovered. For some of us, fortune. For some of us, failure. Let's find out, shall we?
Let's find out. Let's find out. Madeline.
I've said the word so many times in my head, I don't know if it's a word, but I'm
That happens to me with nearly every word.
Yeah. Loan. L-O-N-E.
Loan. Loan. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said loan? It is a word. Down it goes to 60. Not bad.
That's a word.
It's a word.
Solitary.
Yeah.
Loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I know what you mean. Sometimes you can just, yeah.
I know the brain plays crazy tricks with you. It's because perhaps that's not a word. But it is.
It's not, it is. It is a word. It is a word. Sarah. So we're looking for any words you can make by just changing one letter of the word line.
I'm going to go for the word kine, K-I-N-E.
K-I-N-E, kine. Very good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. 60 is the high score, 55 is the low. You passed both of them. Down you go with kine. Down to 4. Very well done, Sarah. Very strong.
Very well played, Sarah. Yeah, it's a beloved of Scrabble players, the word kine. It essentially means a group of cows, archaic sort of term for that.
So, oxen, isn't it? Yeah.
Oxen, a kind of oxen.
Oh, I don't think it's a collective noun.
I think
Kine.
it can be. It's a kind of magic.
It can be a kind of magic.
Yeah.
Good.
Good,
Thank
huh?
you. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 4, the best score of the past. Very well done indeed, Sarah. Sarah and Tony, it looks like you're going to cruise through. You'd have to come up with a terrible answer, Tony,
It's
not
possible.
to make it into the head-to-head. Good luck. 55 is where we find Tom and Isabel. 60 is where we find Madeline and Nadia. So, yes, Nadia, you're going to have to find just a really nice low-scoring word. I hope you've got one. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, now, Tony, remember, we are looking for any word that can be formed by changing just one letter of the word line.
Okay. I'm going to go with sign, S-I-N-E.
S-I-N-E, sign. Let's see how many of our 100 people said sign. There's your red line. Sign is right. Look at that, down it goes to 19. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 23.
I mean, they've seen this round off beautifully there on podium 3, haven't they? Very well played. Yes, sine, it's a trigonomic function of triangles. That's why sines are triangles.
Yes. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Nadia, there you are on 60, currently the high scorers. What are we going to go for?
I haven't got a particularly good one in mind, but I'm hoping that it's not one you'd think of straight away. Link.
Link. Link, says Nadia. No red line for you at the moment, as you're the high scorers, but let's see how many of our 100 people said link. Ooh, it's not bad. You're quite right. 36 for link. 96, your total.
So I think we've had all the letters changed now apart from the third one. Is that right? I think. It's exciting to see if we get the third one changed. You never know. Ooh, I wonder.
Let's find out.
Shall we?
Thank you. Isabel, there we are. I can tell you, you have to score 40 or less with this.
Yeah.
Which, just before you give an answer, which letter are you going to be changing?
The third one.
This whole round has been like a dream.
Oh, it's just beautifully.
Amazing.
If the BBC are watching, they'll be doing more of these.
I think they will.
They'll love that.
Oh, I think
Thank
they
you so
will.
much for helping us out there.
Thank
I
you.
mean, Tony took my original word, but I'm not bitter. So
Tony.
I'm going to say light, L-I-T-E.
Very nice. Light. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with light? Let's find out how many of our 100 said it. Light is right. Done it. Down he goes to 25. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 80.
Very well played, Isabel. It literally means low sugar or low fat, you know, that you get on foodstuffs. That's in the dictionary, L-I-T-E. Very well done if you said that at home. I'll go through some low scorers, shall I? Lune, L-U-N-E, that would have scored you 13. You'd have got 9 for Cine, C-I-N-E. Ling would have scored you 7 points. You would have got 6 points for Bine, which is the stem of a hop. Zine would have scored you 2 points, which is like a fanzine or a magazine. You call it a zine. You'd have got 1 point for Liney, L-I-N-Y, which means covered in lines. And there's 2 pointless answers. N-A, which is it's a French word meaning elder people in your family. And Lin, which is a Scottish word for a waterfall. So very well done if you said any of those. Should we take a look at the top 3 scorers?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's do that. These are the worst answers you could have given. Pine would have scored you 75. Mine would have scored you 78. And fine would have scored you 81.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we are at the end of our second round. And by the way, that was great, wasn't it? Well done. Well done, all of you. You played that fantastically well. But I'm afraid, as ever, we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Nadia and Madeline. I'm afraid it is you to whom we must say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming to play. It's been lovely having you here. But this is where we say goodbye, Nadia and Madeline. But for the remaining two pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Very well done, Tony and Sarah, Isabel and Tom. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. But you know what happens here. You can chat before you give your answers. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. This is nice, isn't it?
It's nice, isn't it? Especially as they've come through a new round, because sometimes those new rounds don't work. But I think we got away with it.
I think we did.
I think we got away with it, right?
I think we did.
Yeah, excellent.
Of course.
We won't do anything else new, I promise.
What people will have seen will have been the edited version of the show, where we had to call everyone back, put them back in their same clothes.
Carnage of it.
I know. It was a total car crash.
Oh, my goodness, it was awful. There were lawyers here.
I know.
It was,
I wonder if they'll notice how much older you and I look.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing to think that that court case did take 11 years.
Fun, though.
Oh, a lot of fun.
We made a lot of friends. All those juries. Anyway, let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns exotic fish. Richard.
We're going to show you 5 pictures now of exotic fish. We'll give you the initials of their names as well, but can you identify these exotic fish, please? This is going to look like an aquarium with windows, isn't it?
That's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be so restful. Let's reveal our 5 exotic fish. Here they come. We have A. B. C. C. L. D. M. And E. P. There we are. Well, Tony and Sarah, you'll get to go first. Feel free to confer.
Yeah, go C.
We're going to
OK,
go for
Tony and
C.
Sarah. You're going to go for C.
Lionfish.
Lionfish, say Tony and Sarah. Now, Isabel and Tom, talk us through the board.
I've been to the Sea Life Centre like once. This is so hard.
Clownfish.
Is
I
B.
think is B. I think E might be piranha because it
Yeah,
fits,
E is
but I
piranha.
can't see the teeth, so who knows?
And A.
I think it's angelfish, and then D. No idea. I think A or E because
I think
everyone knows
A. I think A.
A angelfish.
Angelfish.
Yeah.
So we have lionfish and we have angelfish. Tony and Sarah have gone for lionfish for C. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It is right, lionfish. That's not bad. 38. Isabel and Tom, meanwhile, have gone for angelfish for A. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said angelfish. It is angelfish. Ooh, 63 for angelfish. And at the end of our first question, it's 1-0 to Tony and Sarah.
Yeah, lionfish is actually the best answer on the board. Couldn't have been beaten. So well done if you said that at home. I've never heard of a lionfish. But yeah, lionfish. I've seen the lionfish at Longleat. Very disappointing. B, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we wouldn't have known what it was. But now, the most famous fish in the sea, the clownfish. That's some great graphic design they've got themselves, isn't it? 76 points for the clownfish.
Actually, I've got to say, even the weeds behind look kind of pretty.
It's all good stuff, isn't it?
All so good.
D is the next best answer on the board. Do you know that? It's a marlin.
I should know that. Of course. Blue marlin with its spike there.
Would have scored you 49, and the last one there, you're quite right, it's a piranha.
That's a pretty fish.
Would have scored you 58. Yeah, lovely looking thing.
It's kicking up quite a squall there, isn't it? Look at all the sand.
Well, because it's a troublemaker.
It's a troublemaker. It's a
I wouldn't call it a
disruptor.
piranha, I'd call it a trouble fish.
Trouble. People might mishear it and think it's a travel fish. Buy them before they go on holiday.
Oh, you mustn't do that.
Mustn't do that.
Because you can't take liquid on airplanes anymore, so very, very hard to transport fish. If you think about it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be holding their breath all the way to Dubai, do they?
That's true. You could always ask for some water from the cabin crew.
I suppose so.
They're
What for your piranha?
Yeah. Just keep the
Big washing up bowl.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Now, Isabel and Tom, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck with that. Our second question today is all about the Duchess of Sussex. Richard.
Yeah, just 5 clues now to facts about the Duchess of Sussex.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 clues. Here they come. First name of her mother. The state flower of California that, along with wintersweet, features on her coat of arms. First name of her son, born in May 2019. The Birmingham-born designer who created her wedding dress in 2018. And the cottage on the Windsor estate she moved into in 2019. I'll read them again. First name of her mother. The state flower of California that, along with wintersweet, features on her coat of arms. First name of her son, born in May 2019. The Birmingham-born designer who created her wedding dress in 2018. And the cottage on the Windsor estate she moved into in 2019. There we are. Isabel and Tom will go first.
I think her mum is called Gloria. The name of her son is Archie. I don't know the designer, and the cottage is Frogmore. Which do you think? Okay. I think I'm just gonna take a punt, as we have nothing to lose. So first name of her mother, I think, is Gloria.
Gloria, say Isabel and Tom. Now then, Tony and Sarah.
We don't know too many of them either.
Well, talk us through as many of them as you might know.
Have you remembered the state flower of California? No. I think the only one we can go for is the first name of her son, which I think is Harrison.
OK, you're going to go for Harrison.
I think.
So we have Gloria and we have Harrison. In the order they were given, Isabel and Tom went for Gloria, first name of her mother. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Gloria. Let's see if it's right. Nope, not Gloria, which means, Tony and Sarah, you merely have to be right to win this point and go through to the final. Let's see if Harrison is right. No! Well, that went well.
That went really well. That's terrific stuff.
So, at the end of our second question, it is still 1-0 to Tony and Sarah.
Yeah, both only slightly wrong. Harrison is his middle name, as in Harry's son, but his first name is...
Archie.
Archie. Would have scored you 55 points. It's not Gloria.
It's Doria.
It's Doria,
Yeah.
exactly. And that would have scored you 20 points. Should we fill in the rest of these? The state flower of California, it's the poppy.
Ah, that's nice.
Would have scored you 7 points. The Birmingham-born dress designer, very well done. If you said Claire Waite Keller, would have scored you 4 points. And the cottage on the Windsor estate?
Frogmore.
Frogmore is correct. And that would have scored 17 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your third question. And it concerns synonyms of 2018 Christmas Day television shows. Richard.
Yeah, simply 5 of the top 10 television shows shown on Christmas Day 2018. We've changed their titles. The titles will mean the same, but we've used different words. You'll see the initials of the original programme in brackets.
Thank you very much indeed. This is fun. OK, let's reveal our 5 synonyms of Christmas Day shows from 2018. And here they are. Telephone the Natal Nurse, CTM. Albanian King, Z. Firmly Approach Bopping, SCD. Sons of Paddington Bear's Foster Mother, MBB. And Her Majesty's Yuletide Transmission, TQCB. I'm going to read those again. Telephone the Natal Nurse, CTM. Albanian King, Z. Firmly Approach Bopping, SCD. Sons of Paddington Bear's Foster Mother, MBB. And Her Majesty's Yuletide Transmission, TQCB. Tony and Sarah will go first.
I think that would be the one to go for.
Yeah, OK, go on then.
We think the Albanian king is Zog.
Zog. OK, Zog, say Tony and Sarah. Now then, Isabel and Tom, talk us through the board.
So we've got Call the Midwife, Firmly Approach Bopping, Strictly Come Dancing, Sons of Paddington Bear's Foster Mother is Mrs. Brown's Boys, and Her Majesty's Yuletide Transmission is, I guess, the Queen's Christmas broadcast.
Maybe
I think
Mrs.
they're all
Brown's
really
Boys?
obvious. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, Mrs. Brown's Boys.
OK,
Sons of
Mrs. Brown's
Paddington Bear's
Boys,
Foster Mother.
say Isabel and Tom. So we have Zog and Mrs. Brown's Boys. Tony and Sarah have gone for Zog. Let's see if that's right for Albanian King. How many people got it? It is right. And that takes us down to 9. Very well done indeed, Tony and Sarah. Meanwhile, Isabel and Tom have gone for Mrs. Brown's Boys. Let's see if that's right for Sons of Paddington Bear's foster mother. How many people got that? It is right. Oh, it's another good answer. Down it goes to 20. Very good, but not quite good enough because it means, Tony and Sarah, after that, it is 2-0 and you are through to the final.
Yeah, they were actually the best 2 answers on the board, so well played both teams. Neither of you could have done more than you did there. You're quite right about telephone the natal nurse. It is called the midwife, 59 points. Firmly approach bopping, it is strictly. And that would have scored you 42. And the one that was watched by most people actually on Christmas Day itself was Her Majesty's Yuletide transmission, the Queen's Christmas broadcast, would have scored you 54.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, there we are at the end of the head-to-head round, and I'm afraid the pair leaving us, Isabel and Tom, and this is where we say goodbye. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing, Isabel and Tom. But for Tony and Sarah, it is now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Tony and Sarah. You have seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot we find standing at £2,000. Very exciting indeed. Well, you made short work of that. You triumphed in our brand new round, which was very exciting in round 2. And here you are, after just one appearance on the show, in the Pointless Final. As always, you have to choose from 4 categories that are going to appear on the board behind me. And today's selection looks like this. The year, 1960. Opera. The films of Tippi Hedren and family. And the London Marathon.
Well, I listen to Classic FM a lot, so I'll be tempted to go for opera.
Yeah, OK. Yeah, go for
Would you
opera
mind if we went for opera?
Yeah, no, go for it.
We'll go for opera.
You're going to go for opera? OK, opera it is, Richard.
OK, we're looking for any of the following 3 things, please. Very, very best of luck. We are looking for any song features a separate track on the very best of Gilbert and Sullivan. That's a 2011 album by the D'Oyly Carte Company. We are looking for any solo singer who's been voted into the Gramophone magazine's Hall of Fame as at the end of May 2019, please. Or we are looking for any opera in the top 50 most performed operas at the Royal Opera House in the 21st century, please. That's 2000 up to the end of August 2017, please, according to figures provided by the Royal Opera House. So songs on the best of Gilbert and Sullivan, singers in the Gramophone magazine Hall of Fame, or 50 most performed operas at the Royal Opera House.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yep, ready to
Right.
go.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Singers in the Gramophone Hall of Fame, I would say Juan Diego Flores.
Right. Sounds good to me. I only know the obvious.
Yeah.
Gilbert and Sullivan.
Which Iolanthe perhaps.
Mikado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, songs from the Mikado.
Maybe obvious.
3 Little Girls.
3 Little Girls, yeah. What about 50 most performed operas at the Royal Opera House? Do you reckon you know any of those?
Cavalleria Rusticana.
Sounds
Miss
good.
Kenny.
Yeah.
OK, I think we're ready.
Yeah.
OK,
Gosh.
stop the clock. There we are. We've got 3 answers. What are you going to go for?
We'll take one from each, please. The very best of Gilbert and Sullivan. 3 Little Girls from School Are We from the Mikado.
OK, 3 Little Girls, you're saying. OK, next answer.
Singers in the Gramophone magazine's Hall of Fame, Juan Diego Flores.
Juan Diego Flores.
And the 50 most performed operas, Cavalleria Rusticana.
Cavalleria Rusticana. OK. Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Possibly Juan Diego Flores.
OK, Juan Diego Flores we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
3 Little Girls from school.
3 Little Girls from School Are We? And in the middle we have Cavalleria Rusticana. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got 3 Little Girls from School, Cavalleria Rusticana, and Juan Diego Flores. Well, very, very best of luck. If one of these answers turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot of £2,000, that's a nice little prize to be taking home. What would you like to do with it? Sarah, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, we're hoping to be moving to Yorkshire, and I think any cycling I do will need to be on an e-bike up there with all the hills. So
That would
I
be
think
very
that's what
nice.
I'll do.
Very exciting. Tony, how about you?
About a year ago, I took up the guitar, started to learn to play the guitar, and so I probably put the money towards an electric guitar.
Excellent. Electric bikes, electric guitars. Perfect. Well, best of luck. 3 answers on the board. Let's hope at least one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot. Your first answer was 3 little girls from school. In this case, we were looking for the very best of Gilbert and Sullivan. Any songs that featured on that for £2,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people said 3 little girls from school. Is it pointless? I'm afraid an incorrect answer. So let's move swiftly on to your next answer, Cavalleria Rusticana. In this case, we were looking for the 50 most performed operas at the Royal Opera House in the 21st century. If this is right and it is pointless, it will win you £2,000. How many people said Cavalleria Rusticana? It's right. Your first answer, 3 little girls from school, was incorrect. Cavalleria Rusticana, absolutely right. Taking us down through the teens now into single figures, still going down, looking very strong indeed. Very well done indeed. Congratulations, very well done. Fantastic. Brilliant. There we are. Fabulous. Cavalleria Rusticana was a pointless answer, which means you are going home with that jackpot of £2,000. Well done, Tony and Sarah.
Beautiful to watch, very well played. It's been effortless all the way through the show today. I'm sure it didn't feel effortless, but it looked effortless. Very well played. Yeah, not 3 little girls from school, 3 little maids from school.
Oh, of
course, is the
course.
title of that.
Yeah.
It was the biggest answer anyway for Gilbert and Sullivan. Would have scored you 12 points. And Juan Diego Flores, if we got on to him, was an incorrect answer. So,
Right.
well done for getting one with your second answer. Shall we take a look at the pointless answers in the different categories, see if you got one at home? Let's start with Gilbert and Sullivan. I am the monarch of the sea from HMS Pinafore. If you go in, you're sure to win. That's from Iolanthe. The Yeoman of the Guard, Tower Warders under orders. And when ere I spoke, a sarcastic joke from Princess Ida. As I say, 3 little maids from school was the biggest answer there. And I am the very model of a modern Major General was the second highest scorer. Those singers in the Gramophone magazine Hall of Fame. And Sophie von Otter, Cecilia Bartoli, Janet Baker as a pointless answer there, Kathleen Ferrier. The big scorers there were Pavarotti, Domingo and Carreras were the top 3 scorers. Then Kiri Takanawa, Maria Callas, James Sutherland, Montserrat Gabaye, Caruso, Bryn Terfel as well would have scored you points. But very well done if you got one of those pointless answers. And those most performed operas. Beethoven's Fidelio, Hansel and Gretel by Engelbert Humperdinck, not that one. The Tales of Offenbach, and Wagner's The Valkyrie. You could have had Der Rosenkavalier, Eugene Onegin, Parsifal. You could have had Tristan und Isolde as well. All those are pointless answers. Carmen was the biggest scorer of all there.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Tony and Sarah, who take away today's jackpot of £2,000. Very well done indeed. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.